Hello, friends, and welcome back to another stream. And yeah, it's kind of a special one because it will be the last stream on this channel from myself, and it's also a kind of little celebration today because it's the 50th stream for me this year. And yeah, it's crazy because 50 sounds a lot. If you're age 50, I think this also would be a lot for me, especially now thinking from me being 37, I guess. Yeah. So yeah, 50 is a lot to me, and yeah, I'm happy that I can do this. I'm happy that some people are here watching, following what I do. Yeah, I know a lot of you are still probably in holiday season or not working, but yeah, I wanted to take this chance here to do one last stream for this year. So hello to everyone who is here. Chester, hey buddy, how's it going? How were are you on holiday? What are you doing? Hey Daryl, what's going on? Improvements, typo in title. All right. Oh yeah, I did a typo. Richard is right, thanks. Yeah, last stream on the year. Thank you. It's been a nice journey, I would say, because at the beginning of the year I had no idea if I want to do this, if I like it, if you like it. And yeah, I'm still here, still doing it, so I guess that's a good sign. Okay, so what do we want to do today? So the plan for today is to first let me share my screen. It's not the one. Here we go, that's the one. So yeah, first, this is me now being live. It should say that I'm live, but it currently doesn't show it. Okay. Then also today later we have a stream building a level data mapper ORM by Ollie Codes. So that's also nice. Check that out as well. And tomorrow I will also have a stream on Freak's channel, our casual artisan call number 13. And yeah, I have no idea what we're talking about. We never know that. So, but yeah, join us for some come together before the year ends. But yeah, today we want to talk about, okay, here's the typo improvement. We want to talk about accessibility again. And the last stream, which is this one here, but is it accessible? We had Manuel as a guest, and he showed us how we can test our sites for accessibility, and he also showed some things that we could improve for Larastreamers. And I have a list for this, and yeah, I guess that's what we're trying to do. I have about 15 minutes from now, so let's see how far we get. Oh, Nathan is also here. Whoa. I guess both Nathan and I are not in a good mood because of the yesterday's match. Oh my god. One team was playing football and the other team was winning, right? Yeah. But yeah, better not talk about this. I'm still super annoyed and angry. Okay, so let's see, how do we start here? Again, I have here my Larastreamers local test site, and on the left I have the code to show what we are doing. And we're going to start by what Manuel showed us in the last time by using Lighthouse. So besides all the performance and best practices we can use here, we can also check accessibility, and this is what we are interested in. So yeah, let's try to generate a report here, and I hope this works from a local site, but I think it should. Okay, at least we have a score, so let's see what it gave us. 90 doesn't sound too bad. So area attributes do not match their roles. Each area role supports a specific subset of area dash star attributes. Mismatching these invalidates the area attributes. Okay, do we have a role defined? Oh, I think we have them as a div, and I think that's what it's complaining about, right? So what are we talking about these here? So we have here a navigation, and we have here an list element, and we have a link here. But we also have some text here, so actually I'm not sure what he's complaining about. Do you understand that? Let me read it again. Each area role supports a specific subset of area attributes. Mismatching these invalidates the area attributes. The attributes do not match the roles. Okay, so I don't think we have defined any roles for those links here. So maybe he's complaining about that we haven't defined anything for them, or it's something else. Oh, Hamed is here as well. Hey, Hamed, how's it going? Let me make those comments a little bit bigger so that we all can read it. Hey, what's going on? So, what could this? Maybe we just move on to maybe some more easy ones, and then we can check this again. Or maybe you have already an idea what this one could be about, but actually, I'm not sure. Then contrast. These are opportunities to improve the legibility of your content. Background and foreground colors do not have sufficient contrast ratio. Yeah, we've been talking about this in the last stream with Manuel quite a lot. And yeah, he also mentioned that these are the things that are probably not so good to read. And yeah, we also talked that it could be a little bit difficult how to change this, because I have the design from a designer and I can't just change all the colors and hope that it looks good. But yeah, since we don't have the designer here today, I think that's what we have to do. So let's talk about first the red background with the white color. So we have this here a few times here. Every time we have some kind of highlighting here for the current page, and up here for this button, and up here for the upcoming event. So let's see. I think what we could do is maybe change this to black. Maybe let's just try this here. Or is it just color? Yeah, color black. Yeah, so I guess for me this would work as well. Let's change it and see if Lighthouse is still complaining about it. So that's some kind of header we're talking about, header home. With the navigation, we have the slogan and the preview. So this should be in the slogan. Add streams to calendar, yeah. Let's find this. Text white. Okay, let's change this. Do we have a black? I think we've defined one, because we only have some colors which we have defined ourselves. Yeah, I think it's not a real black. I think we just defined some dark gray as a black. Okay, and probably we then would also need this for the button here. So here we have the button. Have we defined it inside the icon itself? Let's see. Okay, yeah, we have. Okay, this is now black or some kind of black, and now let's see if this is better. Actually, I think Manuel also showed us that we can somehow check this whole element here. Yeah, okay, and here we can see already that the contrast, I think it's better than before, but it's still beneath 5. So we still see Google or Lighthouse complaining. But let's run it again. Lighthouse. And see if it's still an issue. So contrast. Okay, it's still complaining. So Manuel told us that there's some kind of ratio, I think from 1 to 11. And I think we are now at something about below 5 here. Let's make this smaller so that we can check this again. Yeah, we are at 4.48. Maybe let's check some others. Yeah, so here we are contrast ratio of 19. Okay, maybe the maximum is more than just 11. But yeah, and we see we have a green check here, but this is still not good. And Manuel also told us that this is not like this ratio is right and this is wrong. So you also have to think about, of course, if you like it, and it's not like only if we are below 5 that it's very bad, but yeah, it could be bad, and it's something that we should check out. Okay, since we are still too low here for the contrast ratio, I don't know what we could change. Of course, we could make the color even like more black. Let's see, text black. Let's see if we make this completely black. Yeah, I think it looks different, but does it also change something? Let's make this a little bit smaller and let's check again. Oh yeah, that's better. That's better. So let me check out our colors somewhere. Tailwind config. Here we have defined some black here. Yeah, it's more kind of a dark blue. So I think we're just going to try to make it a little bit darker and see if it fixes. I don't want to make it just black, because I think that's one of the few things you learn when you learn about the design, that there shouldn't be a white super white and there shouldn't be a black super black. So something in between, maybe getting some of the colors into your colors from the other colors on your website. So we have this gray dark thing here, so maybe something more like this. So, but here I'm just trying to get a little bit darker like this. And have I changed it now? Yeah, I think I have. Okay, let's run this. I'm not sure if I need to stop now and rerun it since I changed this here, but maybe let's just try to rerun it again. Okay, still compiling. In the meantime, let's see if I missed anything here. Not so bad, thanks. Still a work day here. How was the porting to Hudson servers? Oh, you're still working. Oh, so yeah. I'm also a little bit of working this week, but not so much, just a little bit. The moving to what Chester is here is talking about is that I moved my servers from DigitalOcean to Hetzner, because Yeah, with DigitalOcean, there was always a pain for accounting with all the the invoices in dollars, and then I had some conversion rates on the bank account as well. So, yeah, this really bugged me, and it was a plan 6 months already ago to switch to Hetzner because it's in Germany and they have much better EU friendly invoices. So yeah, that's why I wanted to switch, and I think I've switched now 3 or 4 projects of mine, and almost all went quite well. So I only had one issue with an SSL certificate, which couldn't be created in Forge, but now it works. So yeah, actually it's not so. I thought it was a little bit more pain, but it seems DNS changes are much faster than in the last years. I don't know if it's just about the servers or how it works, but yeah, I think in the past I had to wait like a few hours still. I could really see the old page being now moved to a different IP when you change the DNS settings. But now it seems like it's almost immediately working, which I think is pretty cool. So it was quite easy to change. And yeah, I think I have 2 more servers that I have to move maybe tomorrow, and then I'm already finished, which is nice. All right, back here. Is this already this new color? I think it could be. Let's check the ratio. Yeah, okay, it's already better. It's now above 5, so I think this is good. Let's also check if Lighthouse now is not complaining about it anymore. Let's make this bigger, run the report again. How are you dealing all with accessibility on your sites? Do you have someone in your company, your team who's responsible for, or don't you do anything about accessibility yet, or don't check it yet? It's also possible because, yeah, it's not an easy subject, and maybe you're like me and you don't know too much about it. So, yeah, it would be interesting in how you're dealing with accessibility. Are you also using Lighthouse or other tools? But yeah, I myself have learned a lot in the last stream. Okay, so this first one is now gone. What about, okay, we see all those ones on the gray background, which Manuel also talked about, but we don't see this one now anymore, which I think is interesting because I'm pretty sure this is still not good. Yeah, this is still bad. So let's try to change this as well. Maybe at the end we need to check if the design is still good, and maybe I have to talk to my designer if he's also fine with the changes. But yeah, today is more about finding some ways to make accessibility better. All right, we have here this icon. Upcoming. Oh yeah, live or upcoming. Text white, text black. Yeah, I think it looks okay too, so I don't have an issue here, and yet seems the contrast is now much better. Okay, let's move on. What was next? That's about this here. Yeah, I think this will be a little bit more tricky to change because I actually don't know how I should change it that it really looks nice, because currently now I really like the colors. Here we have a white, and here we have like the background a gray, this text here a gray, but how do I change it? If I make it a little bit more white, then it looks more like the headline again. So yeah, or should I change the background? If I make the background darker, then it more looks like the overall background. So yeah, that's not so easy. Let's check how bad this is in general. Okay, it seems oh, here I see it. Contrast ratio is 3.5. Okay, similar to before. What about the white text? I think this is fine, right? Yeah, this is about 9. So maybe we can try to make it a little bit lighter. and hope it's better then. Let's see what that's text gray. Okay, let's first find where we have this partial. This is now, I guess, a stream. And then, where do we find this? Here, for example, that's the name and the icon user, yeah. So do we have some gray light, for example? Let's try this one. Okay, it has changed. It doesn't look too bad. Let's see if it's better. Okay, somehow I can't see it here for this, but only for the other two. So let's maybe change the other two as well. Gray light, here we go. And let's check here again. Okay, it seems to be better. It's not, it's 4.89. It's not above 5. I thought this was a threshold, but it doesn't seem, but we have a green check next to it, so maybe that's better. So let's try it for all of them. Okay, we have some issue now. I'm not sure what this is about. Moment is not defined. Cannot find modal Alpine GS trap. Okay, interesting. Do we have installed any other dependencies? Nope, it's still an issue. Okay, where's this coming from? Let's check just to be sure on the live side that we don't have any issues there. No, this looks better. Okay, from accessibility to JavaScript issues. Yay. So we're using this Alpine.js trap module from Alpine. Yeah, I know about this one. It's probably in our mix file here. I thought we have to find it here. Where else could we have defined this? Maybe we're checking the pull request. Maybe that's easier. I think there was a pull request to add this. And I think it was by Adrian. How do I search here for a specific user? I can't remember. Oh, but it seems I can hear. Oh, he's called. Okay, let's find it ourselves. Yeah, here we have it. Alpine v3 trap modal. So how did he add that? He added as a dependency to our package.json file. All right. Could it be that we have to run to run the watch again after I've installed the dependencies again. Maybe I didn't have the dependency locally. Okay, this seems to be better now. Much better. I like. So back to Lighthouse, back to the report here. And by the way, if you tuned in, we are trying to improve accessibility for the Larastreamers website. And in the last stream, we had Manuel here who showed us how we can do this. And now we're using Lighthouse here to show us what we can improve and try to fix that together. Benjamin is here as well. Hey, buddy, how you doing? Still on holiday or working again? You may want to check Wave extension as well. It can help with this. Okay, cool. So I've installed also another one, which Manuel showed us the last time, which is the X DevTools, which you're going to check out. But yeah, I might need to check out Wave as well. Thank you. Okay, we can see we have improved our accessibility by 2 points, which is already good. So let's see. Yeah, the first one, we didn't know what it was about. We kept it for later. Additional items to manually check. These items address errors which an automated testing tool cannot cover. These items address areas which an automated testing tool cannot cover. Okay, this testing tool Lighthouse cannot cover this, so I have to check it myself. I think this is what this is about. The page has a logical, okay, I get it. So these are kind of tips which I have to check, like the logical order when I go through with tabs. Okay, we can check that later. Okay, so it seems these are the only main issues. Okay. Past audits not applicable. Okay, so maybe we need to check this one again. So what is this about? Each area role supports a specific subset of area dash star attributes. Mismatching these invalidates. Okay, but I don't see how it mismatches it. Let's check it again, and maybe you have an idea what this is about. So we have here a navigation. I could give the navigation a role. This is one thing that I know we talked about in the last time. So this should be in some kind of layout file. Is it this one? Yeah, I think so. And here we should have some kind of footer. Yeah, here we are. And here we have a navigation. So area label. I think this is what we talked about. If you have multiple navigations on your website, you can give it some kind of label, and then it's more clear what it is. So I guess I would just call this footer. I'm not sure if this is how you would do this, but let's see if we see any changes now. Here, let's run this again, the report. Benjamin wasn't on holiday at all. We take some times off after New York. So this means you're going to New York, or what's your plan? But okay, you didn't have any holidays, so yeah, I really hope that you get some days off as well. Yeah, I also didn't have much days off, just a weekend for Christmas, and now this week I'm working again, but not too much. So I try to keep it low. But my wife also has to work, so it makes sense that I work too. And yeah, Adrian, hey buddy, how's it going? We still need to grab our beer together. So LaraConU is not happening as it seems in January, so again postponed. But yeah, you are late. Was working on a new past expectation. Oh, that's good. That's good. Oh, and why is not New York? It's New Year. Okay, I see. So, yeah, all the best then for the new year, and hope you can take some days off then. It's important to take some days off. And yeah, me and my wife, we had quite some holidays this year, so it's okay for us now to work. And we mostly try to make our holidays in the summer, because in the winter it's okay to work because it's cold outside. There's no sun, so it's okay to be inside. Okay, so it seems we haven't fixed this. So maybe Adrian has an idea about this. What is this issue about? Attributes do not match the role. So before we haven't defined the role, so let's get back as it was before. So we have no role defined for this navigation. Here it says that this is a div. So it could be the issue that he thinks that this is a navigation and we shouldn't use a div then for this. I think this could be it, right? He's saying there are kind of maybe links inside, then it shouldn't be a div. Is this what he's complaining about? Navigation role, navigation area label footer. Okay, let's try this. Role navigation area label footer. Oh, but this shouldn't be. Okay, now we have this on the div where it shouldn't be, but I just want to see if this changes anything. Or if Lighthouse is still complaining. Okay, the issue still remains the same. Okay, but I think what Benjamin meant was putting this on the navigation itself. So let's try it here as well. And rerun this. Yeah, I don't remember what Manuel told us about this issue. So I guess we have to find it out ourselves. But yeah, this is also not it. Probably it's not a bad idea to have this, but I just want to focus on this one for now. Let me try to get rid of the div at all. And let's see what happens then. Because I think it could be about this div around the navigation. But still then it's fine to have a div around your navigation, right? Yeah, it's also not changing anything. So let's bring back the div. Maybe we have to ask Manuel about what's going on here. I'm going to make a screenshot. And I think we leave it with this issue for now. All right, so I'm not sure if we get 8 points here to get 100 if we fix this. But I think that's the only thing he's complaining about. I think this is also things more to check and not to do. Okay, then I guess let's see if you have an idea about this. No, I think then we're going to move on to the second thing Manuel showed us, which is Axe DevTools. Are you sure there is a div in there? Because at the last one there was none. Let's go back. What do you mean there was none? Lighthouse. Okay, I just clicked on this element and it brought me right to the navigation. Is there a div inside the navigation? No. We have a paragraph Then we have a list with 2 links. Nope, I don't get it. I thought he was complaining about this div, but it's above the navigation container. So I can't see how this is it. Okay, yeah, I think we're going to move on and see what's happening now if we do running this Axe DevTools, and I can here scan all of my page, and then we also get some report and things to take a look at. Okay, total issues 8, which is pretty good because I think the last time we had around 40. So yeah, let's see what's about. Maybe we can fix it here, and then it's also been fixed on Lighthouse. So elements must only use allowed area attributes. Okay. Issue description, ensure area attributes are allowed for an element's role. Element location. Okay, it seems like we are generating here some area label with the text for previous and next into the navigation, it seems. To solve this issue, you need to fix the following. Area attribute, area label is not allowed. Use a different role. Okay, where do we have this? Can I just go here directly? Oh yeah, here we are. So here we have an area label. Okay, I guess I've copied this from Tailwind UI at some point, the pagination, and this is how we get in here. The label, yeah, do we need this? I'm not sure if he's complaining about the content or if there shouldn't be an area label at all. What do you think? Ensure area attributes are allowed for an element's role. Or does this mean I need an area role for this as well? Okay, I think we should have brought Manuel again on here. Since links are in the p tag, it may be better if we mark it role list and each link as a role list item. Okay, I think this is about the last one. We'll maybe check this later. Let's concentrate on this one now. Remove the HTML encoded stuff. It's not needed. Yeah. I'm not sure if it fixes our problem, but yeah, for sure we don't need it. So where do we have our pagination? I think this is from Livewire. Views, Livewire, vendor. I still remember this is in here. Or is it? Maybe let's check the list first. So we have a stream list. Here. Inside we have the stream list. Is this how we get the pagination? I think so. Okay, I think we better search for the text. Maybe it's easier. So we're searching for previous. Here we have a pagination. Yeah, I also thought it was here, but I haven't found it. Or maybe because I had this enabled. Previous. Oh, okay, this is defined here in the language file. Okay. Since this is already defined here, I don't think this is the issue. Yeah, the text comes from the translation. Yeah, I think we can remove it because I think it don't make sense to edit here, but I also believe that it doesn't change anything. Let's rerun again. Did it just get worse? Didn't we had 8 before? Okay, it still seems to get this here somehow. How is this possible? Let's check again. Is this in the pagination again? Yeah, it seems so. Span. Yeah, it still is in here. So I'm not sure. Do I need to refresh? Oh yeah, okay, now it's gone. Okay. This means we're going to rerun it again now. And let's see. Okay, we still have 9. Okay, still complaining. Ensure area attributes are allowed for an element's row. Element location, a span tag with area label of previous, element source. Area disabled true. Could it be that we're not allowed to define an area label if area disabled is true? Area label is not allowed, yeah. I think that's the issue here. Let's try to remove it. But it would also be strange because it comes from Tailwind. I think they know about how to deal with this, but let's try it. So here again, we are disabling area. Let's refresh here. Let's check this again. Area disabled true and no area label. All right. Now back to the DevTools and rerun. Okay, total issues 8. So it seems that we fixed something. Okay, so it's interesting. Okay, it seems if we disable area, then we are not allowed to use a label. Would be interesting if maybe Tailwind has now changed this themselves. Maybe it was just because it was older when I used it, but it's interesting. This is the issue. It complains that there's a label here. You need to remove the area disabled. Should we check it together? Oh, maybe. Oh yeah, I don't think it comes from Tailwind. I think it maybe comes from Live ARIA. Okay, but let's don't get distracted by that. Let's try to move on here. Ensure area attributes are allowed for an element's row. Area attribute is not allowed. Okay. Let's give it a look. Area label. So here we have a label defined. We have, besides that, nothing defined. Do I need, is it possible to just define an area label, or do I have to use a role instead. Area label is not allowed. Use a different role attribute. Okay, this means I need to define a role, it seems. Use area label without role. The area label attribute is used to define a string that needs to label the current element. Used in cases where a text label is not visible on the screen. Okay, yeah, we've talked about this in the last stream. Here are some examples. Yeah, here also area label is used. I think maybe it's not an issue because we're using here a button, and I think maybe a button has a role by itself, but in our case, we're probably having a div here. Yeah, I think that's the issue, that we need to define some kind of role. Yeah, so that's what we're doing here to bring everybody else on the same page. When the screen reader, for example, gets down here to the pagination, here we have a button, this one here and this one here. So there's no text, and we need to tell somehow a screen reader what this is about. That's why we need an area label. Yeah, I think we agree on this. The issue here is because you need to disable your Grammarly extension for this page. It has injected stuff. All right. Let me see. Can I disable this for this page? This would be interesting to check. Let me see if I type something in here. Are you sure Grammarly is activated here? I'm also not sure if is it a extension here? Yeah, it's extension. Can I enable this just for this side? Maybe on localhost. Maybe let's turn it off for localhost, yeah. Okay. Refresh, run it again. Okay, it seems we lost at least one issue here. It complains about the area labels. You mean the Grammarly complains about the area labels, right? Okay, what is this here? Where is this our modal? Oh, that's a Grammarly integrate. Oh, okay. Now I get what you mean. Okay, I see. Okay, of course we're not interested in this. Let's refresh again. Is it still implemented here? I didn't read the text, so I didn't get what you mean, but of course it seems here. Okay, there is a Grammarly integration here, and that's what I was complaining about. Okay. It seems disabling didn't help, so it's still in here somehow. I'm not sure if I can get totally rid of it. Yeah, now we're on the same page, finally. So I'm not sure if I can get rid of it completely, but I think for now let's move on. This issue needs your review. When an issue is flagged for review, it means we're not 100% sure it's actually a problem. Use the information we've provided to decide if it's a problem or not. Okay, so we have defined if it's a problem. This potential issue needs your review. Element's background color could not be determined because it's partially obscured by another element. What do I need? Okay, I think that's a company creating this extension, but let's get back now. Okay, so I can save the result. Ensure the contrast between foreground and background colors meets contrast ratio thresholds. Okay, element source, this H2 here. Which one is it? This one. Okay, come on. So I don't think there's an issue here. Contrast ratio, yeah. No way. Could be interesting if I can just say I'm fine with this. Could I do this? Inspect more info. Okay, I don't think so. Then let's move on. Links with the same name must have a similar purpose. All right. Ensure that links with the same accessibility name serve a similar purpose. Yeah, I think we've talked about this in the last stream as well. So let's highlight this one. I think all of those here preview links have the same text here, video thumbnail. Yeah, and I think that's the same for this one here then. Where have I defined it? Maybe, yeah, here on the image, video thumbnail. So this means for all the images here in our list, they have the same alternate text for all of them, and that's why it can be confusing because, yeah, nobody knows now what the image is about. All right, this means let's go to our stream, search for an image here. Here we have it. So how could we change this? Video thumbnail for specific URL. That's one thing, but we could also use the name video thumbnail for stream. Do we have a title or name? Title. All right, let's check again. Let's make this a little bit bigger. Video thumbnail for, yeah, and this is the title, which is just some dummy text here. So refresh again and see if we solved some of those issues. Not sure if it did. I think we had 7 before. Elements must only use, here we talked about this, links with the same. Let's highlight this one. Okay. So here, I guess we have the same issue. Accessible text is add to calendar, but this is not the same for every button here. All right. I think that's this one here. How do we name this? Oh, name is just, okay, this will be interesting because this is a component. I guess we're just passing the name here as a name. And I guess we're going to define an area label on the link itself. What about this? think this would make sense. So area label. Add stream to calendar. And the name is the name of the button. Oh, actually, that's a general button. So I guess we probably have to use here and maybe let's call it area label. So this means here should add also an area label called add stream to calendar. And again, we're going to use the stream title. Guess we've used this button somewhere else. So stream button, where does this come from? Yeah, okay, that's where it's complaining about, but I don't see where it's used. So let's search for this. Is this the one where we just changed it? Yes, that's where we close it. And here, oh, just below, we're using it again. So let's add an area label. What's this called? Add to calendar and download ICS file for, and then again, stream title. It's still complaining. Why is it still complaining? Stream list. So we're using this 2 times. Here's the first one where we are defining the area label. Yes, we do. And then here the second one where we also have defined the area label, right? Yeah. Did I miss something? Is there a class behind? Oh yeah, there's a class. All right. That's probably the issue. Public string area label. Here we go. That's what I missed. Public string name, public string area label. Unresolved dependency, area label. Okay, so it seems like we're using this component, but we're not passing area label. Do you see it? I don't see it. Stack trace, stream list, stream. Yeah, so it must be in here. You should use attributes. But why can't I pass it in here like this? Like we've done it with the link, like we've done it with the name. I don't see it. Stream button, link, name. Oh, I think I know what this issue is. Yeah, I guess it's because this is actually I think it's not working like that. Or is it area label? Okay. I think the issue was that there is a real tag element called area label. So we have area label now, add stream to calendar. Okay, this seems to be better. Whew. Together we can do this. Attributes where starts with area. That sounds a little bit strange to me. Would you really use it like this? Or just for testing? Maybe you meant this just for testing? But yeah, in the meantime, we have now only 4 issues now left, which is already quite a lot better than before. So let's make this bigger again. And let's see what else we have. Oh yeah, this is also one we talked about. Ensure landmarks are unique. Landmarks should have a unique role, label, title. So I think landmarks is something like this navigation here, and we have 2 of them. And I think that's why he's complaining. So this means we're going back to our footer. And here, I think we use a label, right? Label footer. And then we also have some kind of main navigation. Is it this one? No, I don't think so. More this one, right? Yeah. Area label, main navigation. I think this should do it. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, one less issue. So, okay, I think we fixed this, but just to sum it up again, we have 2 navigations on our page. The first one here is this main navigation, and the second one is this here. And they both have a role of navigation, or I think they get automatically a role navigation if you use the navigation HTML tag. But since they both have nav for people using some assistance tools, they would only see a navigation, and they don't see what kind of navigation it is. And I think now we just named it, which makes it more accessible. And this last one, yeah, we talked also about this one. Page should contain a level 1 heading. So we don't have a level 1 heading. And we were kind of a little bit discussing the last time how an H1 is often used, because I said the biggest thing here mostly is not like the headline of the page. It's often more like a marketing text, and then some people use the logo as the H1. But I think we said that in our case we could use also this here as an H1. Watch other developers code live, because yeah, it's like a headline for our application. So this was inside the header, home, slogan, and now instead of an H1, H2, we now use an H1. As easy as that. And let's run it again. Three issues. That's good. Footer navigation. Yeah, I think since I named the other one main navigation, I think it's a good idea. Yeah, call this footer navigation. Okay, and one other issue I've also seen, I also thought about this while changing the H2 to an H1, here it says now heading levels should only increase by 1. And I think now everywhere we have an H3, it should be an H2 now. But let's see where this comes from. Is this an H2? Yeah, I think it's okay. So this is in the preview blade. Could be that we have to change some more, but I hope X DevTools will tell us about it. What about the time? Oh, we're already over time. Damn it, every time. But okay, yeah, good. We are down to 2 total issues, which I think is really good. Let's check again. What are the last ones? So this first one is about Grammarly, which I couldn't get rid of, so we can neglect this one. And this is about the contrast, where I don't think it's right. Okay, so for me, I think we have solved this for now, and I'm pretty happy with the changes. One thing I still want to check was tapping. So let's see if we have the correct order. Manuel checked this the last time, but let's check it together again. So first tab, main logo, home, submit, stream, archive, add streams to calendar. All right. Yeah, here we have kind of 2 tabs. I'm not sure if this is how it should behave, but for now, let's keep it. Then we have the upcoming stream, which we can click, and now we should go through the stream itself. Then the headline. Yeah, I think here Manuel also mentioned, I think here we have 2 links to the stream. So one is here for the preview image. And then here's also one for the title, which he says could be confusing because as you've seen this, if we now tap through all the links here, we have multiple stops for the streams. Actually, for a screen reader, I think it would be better to just go from stream to stream. So the next tab should be maybe on the buttons here, but probably not on the title. Yeah, but for user experience, it's a little bit nicer to have the title here as a link as well, so it's easier for people to see that they can click this and also this. So yeah, I might have to talk to Manuel about this if we should change this or if it's fine. But besides that, we are really good tapping through the page. And what's the last one? Where are we now? I don't see it. Are we back up here? Oh, now we're down here. I think we just maybe tapped through those ones. Then we definitely have to change how this looks like. What's up with the dot text for add streams to calendar? Yeah, so this was an contrast ratio issue which we had with the white text for the red background, and now we try to find a way to improve the contrast ratio. And currently we only found a way with using a dark text now, which I think looks okay. It's still different, of course, when you're familiar with this one. So I think it's still good. But of course, if we want to keep the white text, we would need to work on the red, but I didn't want to change the red. So, but maybe there's other way to do this. But yeah, this was about contrast ratio, how we could increase it and also fix some issues which Lighthouse was showing to us. So that's why we changed this. And since we're about tapping, I think one thing also Manuel mentioned that we need to work on the outline of the focus. So it seems home doesn't have, oh, home has one, yeah. Submit has one, streamers, archive. Okay, I remember there was someone Oh yeah, he told us to use a different browser. Let's try Safari. Because it seems that how do I bring in Safari now? Let's use it here together. Because he told us that by default, Chrome uses some kind of outline for the focus styles, but many browsers don't. So let's try again. Okay, so I'm already tapping. So I think I probably have already. I think I'm already at here. Okay, now I'm already here. But now I'm here. Okay, what's going on here? This is strange. Submit. Next thing is I'm going here. Okay, so there's definitely something wrong with the order here. Now I don't see where I am and what's happening. Not sure if this is about Safari or... It's interesting. The first tab is here. So probably it starts here. It looks like this, but then the next one is down here, not here anymore. Okay, I'm pretty sure this is something we have to adapt as well because I don't like it. But I'm curious why it's so different from Chrome. So this will be something that I have to research and ask Manuel about. Yeah, or maybe that's just a normal how Safari works. Maybe let's try one more time Firefox. Because if it's only about Safari, then it might be a little bit a different thing. Do you see Safari? Yes, you do. All right, let's try here. Here the first one is this button. No way. Okay, home, submit, streamers, archive. Okay, it could be more beautiful, but at least it works in the correct order. And streamers, yeah, we also have here some outlines. All right. Okay, not too bad. I think the blue is probably also something that Firefox has defined. I'm not sure if I have defined this. But it seems to be working, which I think is already really good. Let's go down here. Let's see if we also get to the pagination. No, we don't see anything here. Okay, so probably we still have to work on the styles of the focus. So maybe we don't want the blue, maybe we want to use some red color as well. I think this could be nice, and we also have to check about the pagination, but maybe I'll do this later because I think we are over an hour and I think we're already good to go. But yeah, I'm pretty happy that we improved. Well, let me bring me in here again. So yeah, I'm pretty happy that we improved our side on Lighthouse. So Lighthouse, now we have a score of I think 92 or 94. So there's still one issue which I didn't get what it was about, so I have to check that. And then on X DevTools, we brought it down to 2 issues, which we think is not an issue anymore, but we also solved quite a few of those. So yeah, I'm pretty happy because those tools are quite easy to use and they help you to identify some issues which you then can mostly easily fix if you know how to do this. So yeah, I think I learned 1 or 2 things today as well, and I'm happy that Manuel showed us all those tools in the last stream. All right, with that being said, is there anything you want to say, you want to plug, you want me to mention any of your things you're working on? I have 1 or 2 minutes if you want me to show some of the things you're working on, or if you just want to say some happy new year. Now is the time because this will be then the last stream of mine for this year. Again, tomorrow I am live with Freek again on his channel for I don't know what we're talking about, we never know, but there will be another stream at the same time as my stream today. And yeah, with that being said, if there's nothing on your side, just take a sip from my tea, and if there's nothing else, we're going to call it a day. Oh yeah, Man City. Do they ever drop points? I don't know. They're crazy. Hey Bernhard, happy new year to everybody. Yeah, that's something that I also want to say. So I hope you're all having a good start into this new year. And I hope you can spend some time again with your families. And yeah, we see each other then in the next year. And I'm looking forward for this one. Also, by the way, I also published my recap of the year. I haven't Twittered it yet, but it's already live on my blog, so you can still check it out if you like. But I'm also posting it probably tomorrow or in the next 2 days. I still want to go over it. Oh, Bernard has some idea for Larastreamers. I'm creating some issues. If you think they are trash, just close them. Oh yeah, cool. Just do this. Um, I also have enabled the discussion tabs on Larastreamers. So if there are things which you think are more like something you want to discuss, please use them. But if there's something you think is an issue or we should improve, then of course do an issue. And yeah, I'm going to check then those out later the next days or at the beginning of next year's, or maybe we do a stream where we check those out. But yeah, I'm always happy for some feedback here. Thanks, Chester. Nice to have you here again. And yeah, happy new year to you as well. And with that, I think we're going to call it a day. Thank you, everybody. It was a great streaming year. I'm very happy to have all of you on my streams because some of you are quite often here, so that's really nice. So, yeah, thanks again, Nathan, Adrian, Chester, Benjamin, my little streaming crew. It's cool to have you here, and I hope to see you in the next year again. Okay, New Year's coming. Bye. See you soon.